Hi everybody! I said in my last video that I would use the Oxford Owl website to read you another story soon. So here we go. This week I've chosen a book called Ultimate Takeover. I found this book in the 9 to 11-year-old section. So I'm going to read a few pages to you, and then if you'd like to hear the rest of the story, you can go on to oxfordowl.co.uk. It's free to sign up. Go to the 9 to 11-year-old section and you'll find the book. So here we go. Ultimate Takeover. The house. Jack stared at the house. The house stared back. Or, at least, that's what he had convinced himself it was doing. In the sky above, metallic grey clouds rumbled, threatening a downpour. Jack shivered in the cool air as he looked at their new home. Slates hung, slipped and slanted, leaving a hole in the roof and exposing skeletal beams of wood. The guttering had come away and was bent at an awkward angle away from the top of the building. Dark green ivy snaked up the sides of the walls and clung tenaciously to the crumbling brickwork. Jack squinted at the windows on the ground floor, trying to see inside, but they were covered in so much dirt that it was impossible to see in any of the rooms from where he was standing. He felt his father's hand on his shoulder. "So, what do you think?" asked his father. Jack gave a non-committal shrug. "Come on, son," said his father. "It'll be great." It was the phrase his father had been using a lot recently. Behind him, the car door slammed. "Is that it?" snorted Stacy as she pulled one of the earphones out that attached her to her MP3 player. Jack's sister, Stacy, was 15, 3 years older than Jack, a fact which, she thought, gave her the automatic right to boss Jack around. It's all right for her, Jack thought bitterly. Stacy could still get the bus to her old school and see all of her old friends. But Jack had to move schools. For him, everything had changed. "It just needs a bit of work," said their father. "It needs pulling down," complained Stacy. "It was a bargain." "Dad," she said flatly, as if he were the child and not her, "you were ripped off." When their mum was alive, Stacy would never have answered back like that. But now, as if their dad had lost his fight, Stacy, on the other hand, was up for fighting anything. "What are you staring at, stupid?" she snapped, glaring at Jack. Jack turned his head away and looked again at the house. A flagstone path curled round the front like a lopsided, toothy grin. Most of the concrete was cracked or covered in weeds and moss, giving it a decayed look. He watched his dad walk towards the front door, fiddling with the tag on the new set of keys. Then he went to the back of the car and opened the boot. It was rammed with Stacy's things, and he had to pull out a black bin liner of her clothes before he could even see his bag. The rest of their stuff would be arriving the following day on a removal truck. Stacy walked over and pushed Jack to one side. "Move it," she growled. "Why should I?" he said coldly. "Because, kids," shouted their father, who just managed to open the front door. "Come and look. It'll be—" "Great," Jack and Stacy both chimed. With his bag slung over his shoulder, Jack walked towards the house, kicking at the stinger nettles that lined his route. Even so, he managed to get stung twice before he got to the front door. He took a deep breath and stepped over the doorstep. Now, if you'd like to hear the rest of that story, like I said earlier, you can go to the Oxford Owl website and it's free to sign up. And that book was in the 9 to the 11 section. The reason I chose that book was the first couple of pages are so descriptive, especially this paragraph here. I really enjoyed. In the sky above, metallic grey clouds rumbled, threatening a downpour. Jack shivered in the cool air as he looked at their new home. Slates hung, slipped and slanted, leaving a hole in the roof, exposing skeletal beams of wood. I just think what a brilliant way to describe this house. It really created a picture of it in my mind. So if you'd like to read on, go onto the website and let me know what you think of the rest of the story. See you later.